stay golden. Ultimate Vault Hunter. That's the platinum. And we didn't get a single legendary. And we're not even going to pick up a single thing. So for those of you that are new, welcome. I am Kashmir Z, and this is Platinum Pursuit. And something we like to do at Platinum Pursuit, what I like to do, I say we a lot. Because it's not really just, my show, it's all of us together. When I stream, it's not like people are tuning in to see me. It's like I am becoming something bigger than myself. It's the community comes together for the love of platinum trophies, the love of completion. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, what I like to do when I get a platinum trophy is talk about it. Talk about what it was like, because one of the things that I like is when I see people when I see someone get a platinum trophy, I want to know what it was like, And I don't mean I did this and I did this and I did this and I did that. What I like is what was it like? How did it feel? Did you enjoy it? Was it special to you? Was it bullshit to you? How'd you feel about it? What was your experience going through it? That's what I find interesting. So that's what I do. That's what I talk about. That being said, let's talk about Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 is my favorite Borderlands in terms of gameplay. I think it has the best gameplay in the series. I think it has the most interesting skill trees. I think it has the most variety in how you play. I think the gameplay of Borderlands 3, if it was in any other shooter, take this. There are a lot of guns in Borderlands 3. There's 300 or 400 different types of legendaries. And that's just legendaries. Never mind the base guns. Almost any one of those legendaries, if it was in any other game, would be the best gun in that game. There is an enormous amount of creativity, thoughtfulness, planning, and just balance when it comes to these weapons. Now, of course, there are guns that are better than others. But it's not like Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2, you ended up in a position where a lot of classes, not all classes, but a lot of classes had one or two viable endgame builds, and that was it. Because scaling was a mess in Borderlands 2. You went from doing like 30 to 50 damage against enemies at level 1 to doing millions of damage per bullet to enemies at the max level, and it just kept getting more and more ridiculous. So because the scaling was just so broken, you almost had to use overpowered guns to survive. At least I did, but I probably wasn't very good. It is a wonderful game and a joy to play. I highly recommend it. It's amazing gameplay. The guns are more varied than Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. So there's 8 or 9 manufacturers in this game. There's Malawan, Atlas, Tediore, Torque, and they all have characteristics. Torque guns are always explosive. Explosive in this game means that they ignore defense, but they also move very slow, and when they hit, they explode for splash damage. So if you stand too close to an enemy when you shoot him with a Torque gun, it could hurt you, which is not good. Another example is Atlas weapons. So Atlas weapons had the ability to basically home in on enemies. You can shoot a tracker at an enemy, and that enemy will glow red, and every bullet you shoot after that, even if you're facing away from them, will loop around and hit them. It's pretty wild. So if you shoot a tracker at their head, even if you're running away from them, if you shoot, it's gonna go around and do headshots. It's pretty crazy. And some characters have an ability where if they get a critical hit, their bullets will ricochet to other enemies. So you could use an Atlas weapon to tag an enemy's head, and you could run away from them, shoot that gun, and behind you, unbeknownst to you, it's hitting the enemy and it's hitting all the other enemies around it. So with some smart use of an Atlas weapon, you could clear out entire mobs. Not with this character, with another character. I think Flak could do that. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are a ton of ways. This game rewards creativity. It rewards experimentation. It is so much goddamn fun. It's just fun. Remember when games used to be fun? I do. All right, so that's the gameplay. Progression. I think there's like 17 billion guns in this game, so they're procedurally generated on obviously. But the gun manufacturers have distinct characteristics, so you kind of know what you're getting. Like you pretty much know how a dull assault rifle is going to be. Like a dull is going to be really high accuracy, really high rate of fire, but not much damage and not great recoil. You know that TDR guns pretty much suck no matter what. I like TDR. You know Hyperion, if you aim down sights, you're gonna get like a shield in front of you. So Hyperion are good for like defensive, and the more you shoot them, the more accuracy you get. But Hyperion weapons generally don't have great damage, and they don't have great accuracy either. They do if you fire them enough times, because their accuracy increases the longer you hold down the trigger. My point is that even though there's so many guns, you can more or less tell how they're going to play and how they're going to work once you see them, and before you pick them up. Like pretty much every dull every dull assault rifle works like every other dull assault rifle. The exception of that is the legendary weapons. The legendary weapons are all unique. Hey, Leon Raid. Hey, you're good, Mr. the Ches, Mr. the Cheese, Mr. the Ches. You guys are part of Estonian's crew, aren't you? You guys have discovered me again. I joined the Discord again. Cheese. Hey, the cheat. I got a question for you. I'm having difficulty placing your accent, so answer this question for me. If your accent fought in World War II, would it win or lose? I actually did take notes, or make notes about the story. Like, the story's not very good, man. The story of Borderlands 3 is just not very good. Like, it's okay, I guess. Like, it's a story, and things happen, and there is a plot and a sort of 3-act structure, and there is rising action and falling action. Like, academically speaking, it is a story, but it's, like, not very good. Like, the reason you play this game is for the gameplay, which is fucking fire. If you're looking for a satisfying game, like a satisfying story, on the level of like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus or Majora's Mask or Hellblade, you ain't gonna find it here. You just fucking not. And I could go over why the story is not that great, but like, do you really care? Not really. Yeah, I got the DLC trophies. Who do you think I am? Yeah, I got the DLC trophies. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Oh, the fucking arms race? The arms race trophies? Got those. Got them all yesterday. The hardest part of this game? Probably Bounty of Blood. Not really like it's hard, but Jesus Christ, it was boring. The story's not very good. With the exception of this and this. DLC 1 and DLC 2 are really good. I wish more of the game was like this DLC. That's all I got to say. This is a good game. Try it out. It's my favorite Borderlands in terms of gameplay, but the story's kind of shit. If you're someone who cares about video game stories and you are going to have a bad time with the game because the story is bad, maybe don't play this game.